This is officially video 100. Cue confetti and fireworks. I don't know how to do that in a video, but just pretend they're here. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it's day 100. And I know we just recently celebrated day 90, but guess what? We can have multiple celebrations. Yes. So instead of reflecting on what I've learned in the last 100 days of posting videos to YouTube, like I did in day 90, I wanted to encourage you and share some stuff with you that's gonna make you laugh and feel so much better. If you want to post videos here on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, if you want to post videos, but you have been too scared to start because either, or you haven't started because due to fear or not knowing how to do it, or just feeling like I don't have anything to say, I want to encourage you today. And I'm going to do so by sharing some of my old videos with you. Oh my God. So I was cleaning out my YouTube channel today because I had to send a screenshot to someone. And I was like, oh, these videos are listed and I just don't want to. So I have 16 videos from 2011 to 2016. And some of them were to specific people. So they were just always unlisted. They were never public. But some of these videos, I watched a couple. They're so cringe. They're so like, what was I doing? I don't speak like that. What is happening? So they're very bad. But I want to share them with you very briefly to say, I promise you will never be as cringe as I as I was. Never. Never, never, never. And to also give you evidence that it does get better, but you have to start first, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh my gosh. Wait. Before I share, let me say this. Don't share this with nobody. Don't show it to anybody. Don't show anybody these videos because it's so bad. But I'm gonna share it with you because I want to encourage you. But listen, I promise it gets better. You just have to start. I know when you're starting, it sucks to suck, right? It sucks to suck. Things you've been doing, especially things you've been doing unconsciously your whole life, you probably don't even remember that you used to be bad at them, but I promise you were. Walking, crawling, sitting up on your own as a baby. Those are all things you were bad at. I was bad at. We all were bad at first. Um, whatever you do as your job, whatever hobby that you love, if you're a parent, taking care of your kids, we all sucked at everything when we first started. It's just some things we didn't have a choice, so we had to do them no matter how we felt about it or how cringe it was. Or we've been doing it for so long, we don't remember how bad we were. But I promise you, it gets better. And here's my evidence. Exhibit A. Like it's a court case. The world of YouTube against the cringiness of Raven, right? Okay. Okay. Whew, I'm breathing. Let me show you this. It's so funny. I was laughing so hard. You're either going to laugh a lot or you're going to be encouraged or you're going to hopefully be both. Okay, I'm only going to share a minute of this because this video is almost 3 minutes long. It is from March 5th, 2011. Ooh, okay, here we go. Hello. This is Raven Michelle, and I'm so glad to be here with you today. This video is about how your intuition is wrong. See, I was on Facebook yesterday, going through some postings on one of the groups I'm a part of, and I came across a posting that said, I need a marketing assistant. Well, I considered it for a nanosecond, and then I moved on because I have a home-based business, and that's work in itself. And I know that some assistants have to do a lot of work. So later on yesterday, that posting somehow popped up again for me, and it said, I need a marketing assistant. And no one had responded, didn't think much of it, kept going. Well, when this same posting came to my attention for the third time yesterday, I was like, okay, someone's trying to tell me something, right? So I decided to inbox the young lady who wrote the posting, and she got back to me today, and let me tell you, I am so excited for three reasons. One, okay, I am so excited. Girl, what? how I talk at all. You know how some people say they don't want to do YouTube videos because it feels very performative? That was definitely me being performative because I don't talk like that. I have never talked like that. Maybe when I was in corporate America a long time ago, but this is how I talk. This is how I've been talking. That's so funny though. I was like, what is happening? And then I was so stiff and I'm like, am I reading the screen? I can't tell if I'm reading the screen. I feel like I'm reading the screen because I'm barely blinking. It was just so funny and so cringe. Okay, okay, okay. Let's look at another one. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, what is happening? So the second one, this one is even worse. I promise. Okay, sometimes it does get worse before it gets better. So keep that in mind too, right? If you've ever had to go through treatment for like say something, let's say acne, right? And you put the medicine on and your face gets worse, but if you keep with it and you stick with it, it gets better. I promise it does. And this is an example of it getting worse before it got better. So I wasn't making videos consistently. I would just do it every once in a while. But this was December 14th, 2011. I can't believe I'm sharing this. Okay, look, look, look. Okay, here we go.
A wise woman named Chanel Cooper Sykes once told me that motivation means to move. So, I want to share with you how I move. Check it out.
Oh, what is this TV? What is this stereo system? Oh my gosh, this is terrible. What is the angle? Why am I filming myself from this angle? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I can't even take it anymore. Okay. Oh wait. I always do that. How do I get back? How do I get back to the this why. Okay, there we go. Like, how do I get back? I stopped sharing before I minimize the screen. And so the screen disappears, but it's still playing. I'm like, girl, how do I get back to that screen? First of all, what was that angle? Why am I filming myself from that angle? Girl, no. It should be a wide angle showing from the side, not from the back, Raven. Oh my gosh. Then the video's all pixelated. So I can't even remember what I did this on. It must have been like I used to have a Nokia. What was that little Nokia phone? I love that phone so much. But no, that didn't have a camera on it. It had, I can't remember. It wasn't my Palm Pilot Trio. Okay, if you know, you know. I can't remember what I recorded this on. It might have been a camera. Anyway, it was so long ago. I'm in the camera. My head is cut off, right? And this person told me this. So watch me move. Girl, what? And we didn't even get to the end, but at the end I'm like, I hope you liked it, girl. What? It was bad. It was so bad. I'm like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. I feel, listen, I feel the ick for me. I'm making me feel myself feel the ick. I'm like, no. Okay, I'm gonna show you one last one. And what's so crazy about this one is I'm still friends with this awesome woman. Love her down. It's my friend Stephanie. This was 12 years ago, August 6th, 2013. Oh, it says 12 years. Sorry, I'm going off of, so it'll be 13 years ago this August. Yeah. And so as you can see, it says day 3 of 60, right? I made it to day 5. I went back and looked. I made it to day 5 and then I quit. And I've never done another challenge here on YouTube or anywhere. And I felt so making it to day 100 is literally an evolution for me because I tried something like this before and I didn't complete it. But let's watch this one real quick. Okay. Hey, this is Raven Michelle with my roomie Stephanie, and Nin doesn't want to be in the video. We just got through eating dinner. We're about to enjoy a movie. Nin, play nice. We're about to enjoy a movie, and I just want to cut this quick video. This will be day 3 of my 60-day video challenge. And I wanted to say that make sure in the busyness of life and everything you're doing to achieve your goals that you take time to hang with friends, have fun, have some laughs, play with the crazy cat, and just enjoy life. So that's it. Ciao. Bye, Steph. Bye. Oh my God. So, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is too funny. Yeah, so those were my videos. That one, I'm like, what's my hair doing? Now I had started locks. That was the first or second time I started locks. I think I've tried locks 3 times and I've cut them out each time, or taken them down the first 2 times, cut them out this time. Now I'm bald. But I'm like, first of all, what's my hair doing? It's in that in between time when you're growing your hair out and it's not quite short and it's not long yet. And so it's just like not it, that in between middle. And so my hair was looking crazy. The video was very short. I think it was like a minute, a minute. It was like a minute or less. And I'm like, does this even qualify as a video? I mean, I guess the message was succinct. But yeah, me and Steph are still friends. Unfortunately, her cat Nin has gone to the heavenly place. Um, but yeah, cringe city. I'm like, girl, what are we doing? So I wanted to share that all with you to say, if you desire, you don't have to, right? It's all optional. But if you had any, just the smallest desire to make videos and put yourself out there, or how about this? How about if you desire to do anything, if you have a dream to do anything, if you want to write more, and or if you want to write a book or write a fantasy novel, if you want to take up dancing or art, some type of art, maybe glass blowing or something like that, no matter what it is that you want to do creatively that you've been putting off, or even not creatively, but anything that you want to do that you've been putting off because you're just like, I'm scared, or I'm not as good as these other people who do it, or whatever. I promise you, number one, you may be better at it than you know. But number two, we all start from somewhere terrible and cringy, cringy, very cringy. Um, but we get better. And it's not that we just get better. It's like it gets easier because you get better, right? The more you do it, the better you become. And then when you start looking at, okay, how can I improve this, right? In the doing it over and over and over, or more and more and more, you start looking at, okay, how can I make, let's just use YouTube as an example. How can I make my thumbnails better? How can I make my titles better? How can I make my descriptions better? How can I be more concise in my speaking, or more articulate in my speaking, my presenting? How can I capture people's attention more, step by step? Like in these 100 days, I haven't tried to come out with the best videos ever, right? I would have never started. And that was a big part of why I never started, because I'm looking at other people's YouTube videos and I'm like, well, I don't know how to operate a regular camera. I don't know how to, the lighting tips and all the tips and tricks. I don't know the framing and how to do the ISO and how to do all these things. I have no idea. I don't know about the color grading. I don't, these are technical terms that are used around YouTube and filmmaking and video making all the time. I still don't know what most of those things are. But what makes this so doable for me was because my mentor, Glow, shout out to Glow. Hey, Glow. She said, just get on Zoom, press record, stop recording, download the recording, upload it to YouTube, and that's it. And I started that way. And now I'm on day 100. And now, just more recently, I've started playing around with thumbnails. If you go look back at my videos on YouTube, you'll see most of them don't have thumbnails. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you, show you, just so you can see. Most of them don't even have thumbnails. Oh, come on now, give me a second, cause Zoom want to act up. Don't do it, Zoom. So if we go back, okay, share here. Okay, so I have 101 videos, but that includes 2 shorts, right? I have 2 shorts plus 99 videos. This one is 100. Woo woo. So if I go back all the way to the bottom, you'll see I had no thumbnails. This is just the screen grab from the actual video. This is me on Zoom with a virtual background, right? Because my background, this is the background I have now, but this is just the wall, but this is the wall I've always been sitting in front of, and it just doesn't look that great, which is why I usually don't use it, but it's whatever. And as you can see, I started out with day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. I wasn't even putting titles on these things. This is how seriously I'm just like, make the video, post the video. And if you open up each one of these videos, there's no description. There's no description on these. There's not one description. It says no description. Added to this video, there was no description. So when I tell you, I did, I just did enough just to get started instead of overwhelming myself. Like I have to have titles, I have to have thumbnails, I have to have um the most aesthetic of everything. I just started. And so, yeah. Then after a while, I started putting titles. So around day 14, I started putting titles on there, but they weren't even optimized titles. I just started adding a title that I made up in my mind. And then after a while after that, I can't remember when, but a while after that, maybe around day 70, 60, 70, I started asking chat to refine my titles, right? I would give it titles and I would give it the transcript of my video and say, hey, this is the title I have. How does that work? And then we would go back and forth about it. Yeah, because all up into here in Bangkok, this is all me making up my own titles. And then, yeah, I think after that, so maybe around day 60. Okay, yeah, this is still Bangkok. Maybe around day 60 or 70, I started asking chat for help with my titles. Then around here, more around day 90, is it day 90? Something like that. Okay, there's day 90. So these are day 80. So around day 80, I started playing around with thumbnails, but they're not even the best looking thumbnails. Look at this. These are not pretty. They're not pretty, but there's something. And so I'm working on that now. And I started putting descriptions. So step by step, right? Step by step, I'm adding some new element and perfecting that element as I go. And so yeah, it takes time. Also, I'm still working on the content of my videos. Yeah, I say all that to say, be encouraged that no matter what it is that you want to do, anything that you've dreamed of doing, professionally, unprofessionally, creatively, non-creatively, whatever, if you want to do something and you haven't started yet, I hope this encourages you to start. And it's a step-by-step process. Yes, it's easy to feel overwhelmed if you looked at everything all at once. I got to do all these things. And if you compare yourself to where other people are doing their thing, oh my gosh, they're so far ahead. Only difference between you and them is time, babe. That's the only thing. They started earlier and they kept going. They didn't start and stop and start and quit like I did my 5 days into 60 days of video making, right? 14 years, 13 years ago. Do you know where I would be today? If I would have kept making videos that first 60 days, I would have gotten better. And then past that, maybe I would have switched to once a week or once a month. But if I would have kept working on it, 13 years later now, I probably would have been a big time YouTuber by now. Or at least if not a YouTuber, a person who has a good YouTube following that feeds maybe a business I started. Either way, I would have something that I would be proud of, that I stuck with, that I improved, that I got better at, and that brings me joy. And so I want the same for you. I hope you are encouraged today. And thank you for being on this cringe journey with me. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you later, babe. Ciao.